Hello and welcome to the Wednesday Show on Wednesday.
Hello everybody, today is April 17th, I'm CJ coming to you pre-recorded from Minnesota. It is 37 and snowy outside, or it should be because I'm recording this the night before that I posted on Wednesday. So anyways, our topics today are my vacation that I was on and why I haven't been posting for a while, 2-week notice, then I'm going to take a little break, and we're going to get back into it with Super Troopers 2 and weight loss, and that'll be our show today. So let's get into it with vacation. So you might have been wondering where I was or where I went. Yeah, my vacation, I went to Washington, D.C., and if I sound off right now, I'm not really sick, but sort of am. My nose is congested. I want to get into that first before I mention my trip. So anyways, yeah, my nose is congested. Allergies have been kicking my butt the past couple days. Little sick, so just excuse that for this episode. So getting back into it. Yeah, I went on vacation. I went to Washington, D.C. With my mom and my grandparents. And it was actually a pretty fun trip. We stayed just outside of the city, and the architecture there is really beautiful. Got to see the Capitol building, got to see our representative's office. His staff was pretty nice. The Capitol building, I mean, that's a work of art. You're just awestruck by seeing it. And, well, I should start off by saying we came in on Ronald Reagan Airport, and, yeah, we landed at Ronald Reagan, or at Reagan Airport, I should say, and first monument I actually saw was the Washington Monument, and that is a lot taller than I thought it would be, like, a lot taller. So yeah, I mean, it was an interesting trip. I got to see most of all the Smithsonian museums. Smithsonian was pretty cool. It was a little smaller than I thought it would be, but it was still pretty neat. And got to go through the National Art Gallery, the West Building, and the sculptures in there are pretty impressive, I gotta say. Little story that was kind of funny. We were walking through the sculpture garden, and I had some cashews on me, just like a little snack. Sorry. Little snack that we're bringing along, we're not really eating too much, it's breakfast and then dinner, just kind of skipping over lunch, so bring a little snack in between, so I had little cashews on me. So we're walking through the sculpture garden, and I see a squirrel on the ground, and my grandma says, just toss him a cashew, so I did, and the squirrel ate it. I ate it pretty quick, actually, so I decided to toss him another. He liked that. So, my grandma tells me, just hold it in your hand and he'll come and grab it from you. So I do. I hold the cashew in my hand. The squirrel comes right up to me and takes it from me. I'm thinking that's pretty cool. So I'm wondering how far the squirrel is willing to go. So I grab one more cashew. I'm holding it, and this little bugger sees this cashew. So here's what he decides to do. He decides to hop on my leg, run up my pants, and then grab the cashew from me, biting down on it. And this wasn't, a normal-sized cashew. This was about like a half-a-sized one, so it was pretty small. And he ended up biting my pointer finger. So, yeah, I got assaulted in D.C. by a squirrel, and the guy was nuts. Yeah. I got assaulted in D.C., and the guy was absolutely nuts. Sorry for the bad pun. But anyways, yeah, I had the squirrel come up and bite me, a little bugger. And he ended up hopping off. And it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm not feeding the squirrel anymore. So we start walking away, and I forgot where we were going. I think we were going to we were going to the National Archives that day. So we start walking away, but we're still in the garden. We're about halfway to the gate now. And the squirrel's still following us. He ends up jumping on the back of my grandpa's legs and running around a little bit. And he's not getting any nuts from us anymore. But he's still following us, thinking we're going to give him something. So my grandma had a little, like a packet of, like, mixed nuts with a little bit of dried fruit in them. I think it was dried cherries and, like, some almonds and, so there was something else in there. I don't remember. But anyways, so she opens it up, grabs an almond, tosses it. The squirrel bolts after it, and that's the last we saw of him. That was kind of an interesting story I thought I'd share. And another one was almost every night, except for like 2 nights, I think it was, there was this one mall we'd go into, and we went to the food court to eat dinner every night. And this one guy there is really cool. He was selling cereal, but it had liquid nitrogen on it. So it was just neat, it's dry ice, basically. But I went and tried it, and how many people can say, yeah, I ate liquid nitrogen? Not many can. It was kind of a neat experience. So, saw that. We did not get a tour of the White House. Apparently that was booked. National Archives, it was cool seeing, the Constitution, Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights. Only bummer is there's no photography. Apparently they had some problems with that, but the handwriting's gorgeous on those documents. But they're fading. They are fading badly. It's kind of sad to see, honestly, but it's still kind of neat to actually see those historical documents there for yourself. Yeah, I went through the Capitol building. I mentioned that. Well, we went out of the city to Mount Vernon, George Washington's home, and that was pretty fun. We got to tour around his home. We saw his grave. It was kind of a powerful thing seeing George Washington's grave. His tomb's above ground, and his coffin is above ground, so people can actually see it. We got to see a distillery. Apparently, it might be the only one in the United States that is still wood fire, from what they told us. But from one of their shops there, I ended up buying some chocolate. It was like a 18th century recipe, and it tasted really good. I'll say it was like 63% dark, I think it was. I think I might have saved one of the wrappers because I wanted to look it up when I got back, but I'm not sure if I did. I think I did. It was good chocolate. But yeah, we went through the Smithsonian buildings. I got to see the Wright brothers plane, the actual one, and that's just wow. Seeing the plane is just like, holy crap. That's the first actual flying machine that worked. That wasn't a hot air balloon, I should say, but first airplane. Holy crap, that's cool. So, got to see that. Went around to the memorials, the Jefferson one. That was probably my favorite. I'm a big Thomas Jefferson fan. So, got to see Thomas Jefferson, the Washington Monument, the FDR Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial, the Vietnam Memorial, the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. Pretty much it made a day of that. Yeah, that was kind of cool. Went to Arlington Cemetery another day. What else did we go to? I got a ton of pictures. Actually, I should look at some of my pictures, jog my memory at some other stuff we went. It was really cool seeing that. We went to Ford's Theater. I got to see the gun that killed Lincoln. I mean, that was kind of cool seeing. We went to the Holocaust Museum, and that's... No matter how much you know about the Holocaust, it's still depressing going through it, and I wish we spent a little more time going through it. It's just really sad to see everything that they went through and just reading everything. And Holocaust is depressing, but it's a must-see if you go out to Washington, D.C. I got to ride a subway for the first time. Subway system, kind of different, but yeah, it's not too bad. It took us like 2 or 3 days to get the hang of it, but, coming from the Midwest, we don't really have a subway, so it's kind of a new experience, and not a bad one, honestly. It's not really a bad experience. So, anyways, I had a good time on my DC trip. I'm taking another trip this year with some friends. We're just going up north for a bit, and I'll probably talk about that later as it comes around. So anyways, let's get into the next topic with 2 weeks' notice. So I've been at my first job for at least a year and a half now. I tried to get a job in high school. I applied at a bunch of places, but no one hired me. And I got hired when I was 18. And I work in I'm not going to say where, but I'm going to say I work in fast food. I'm a entry-level management position I'm leaving as. And I just gave my 2 week notice when I got back from vacation. And it was kind of neat, or surreal, I should say. Not necessarily neat, because, it's first time giving your notice. And I don't know if you've had the same experience, but it's been kind of weird so far. I'm still in my 2 weeks. I got about 10 days left on my job. I put in my application at another place at a bank for a teller position, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get that or what's going on. And I'm still doing some writing. And me and some friends are going to hopefully start a film company soon. And it's going to be kind of weird leaving. I'm not going to get into it too much here. It's just there's some decisions made at my job that I don't necessarily agree with. I mean, I like my coworkers and all. It's just some stuff. There's a few bad decisions made, I think, and I don't want to be around some of the after effects of still nose plugged and everything, but anyways, I don't want to be around some of these effects again. And last summer was real hell for us, and I don't really want to go through that again. I mean, everyone was at each other's throats. It was terrible. But anyways, I don't really have much else to say except first job, been there for a little over a year and a half, put in my 2 week notice. So we're going to take a little break and we're going to get back into it with Super Troopers 2.
Alright, if you haven't checked out my blog yet, you can check out my blog at the-quintessentialist.blogspot.com. That's the-quintessentialist.blogspot.com. I mostly do movie reviews on that, so go and check that out, please. I also have my Midwestern Gothic short story out titled The Ice Witch Under Lake Superior. You can find that on Amazon.com. If you're a short story writer and you need someone to beta read your short story, you can check out my beta reading service, my honest beta reading service on Fiverr.com. There'll be a link in the description of this podcast for that. So if you're a short story writer and you need a beta reader, check out my service. Now back to the show.
Alright, welcome back, and we're going to get right into it again with Super Troopers 2. So, I'm not sure if you've seen the first Super Troopers movie, but you should go out and see it right meow. You really should see it right meow. It's a great film. If you haven't seen it, just pause this podcast, go and see it right meow, and after you saw the movie, just come back and you'll understand. So, anyways, the second one's coming out. This has been talked about for a little bit for a while now. And I'm excited. And it deals with Canada, which will be very interesting to see how this plays out. I am a fan of the first film. The opening scene is probably one of the best scenes for comedy. Cop comedy, maybe I should say. But it is a hilarious movie. If you haven't seen Super Troopers, go and see it right meow. Like I said before, see it right meow. And yeah, Super Troopers 2, I think it has pretty much all the same cast. I think everyone's in it still. Let me look this up. Super Troopers 2 cast. I think it does have the original cast. It looks like it. Yeah, it looks like it has the original cast still. That's exciting. Yeah, it looks like... Huh. Yeah, Farva is probably one of the funniest characters in that film. So it's coming out Friday. Well, it premieres Thursday night. You can see it, but that's a late showing in my town. So anyways, I'm probably going to go and catch that movie. Oh, what showing should I go to? I might see it Friday, I might not. I'm not sure yet. That all depends. But anyways, that's all I got to say about Super Troopers 2. So we're going to get into our final topic of the day, which is weight loss. So, weight loss. I've talked about weight loss on this show before, and I haven't weighed myself in a while. But I can tell you from after my trip and all that, looking at my belly, yeah, I've put on a couple pounds. I don't think I'm above 180, probably like 178, 179. If I'm above 180, I'm only like 181 or 182. But I gotta get back on my diet soon. I was doing very good for a while. I'm kind of disappointed in myself right now because of that. But my original goal is to get down to 175. And I hit that goal. I hit that goal. But now it's getting down to 160, and from there I want to try and build up some muscle. Now, I want to say this. If you're trying to lose weight, and you go through a period where you're doing really good, then you do bad for maybe a little while, it's okay. Take a deep breath. You'll be fine. Just put yourself back right on track. Like I said, my goal is around 1,500 calories a day. I'm probably doing more around 2,000 a day right now, maybe a little over. But anyways, like I said, I've gained a little bit of weight, and I haven't been hitting the gym as much, partially because of my vacation, and partially because I'm a bit snowed in right now. Thanks a lot, Mother Nature. But anyways, I'm going to get back on track soon. Within the next coming days, I'm going to try and get back on track, eat more fruits and vegetables and the like. So, I really got to keep myself on track with this one. So, anyways, I don't really have much else to say besides that. So, let's get into our outro today. So again, I'm sorry for the pauses and the coughing I've done and all that. If I did sneezing, I don't remember if I sneezed, but I don't think I did. Just kind of congested right now. Sorry for the break of flow for this episode. Trying to get back into the swing of things. Should be a lot better for the next episode next week. Sorry for these short podcast episodes. Well, I'm uploading on YouTube now because I ran out of space on SoundCloud, and I can't really exactly afford to do pay the yearly fee for SoundCloud. Well, I kind of could, but it's still kind of a little spendy to me, the way I see it. But, yeah, I'll get back on track, and I should, every Wednesday I'm going to try to, unless, something comes up, and I'll try to notify you if something does. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Wednesday show. Hope you have a good Wednesday today, and a good Wednesday next Wednesday, and a good week, and all that stuff. So I'll see you next time.